Dolphins fans, we're so close to becoming the #1 Miami Dolphins YouTube channel. Need 250 more subscribers. Go down, subscribe to the channel. We're about to pass my guy Dudley Do Wrong. Welcome in to Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. I have some good news for you, Dolphins fans. Vic Fangio is interviewing for the Dolphins defensive coordinator job today. Former head coach of the Denver Broncos. Prior to that, the defensive coordinator in Chicago. He has been, I think, all of our dream candidate. And right now, he is interviewing for the Dolphins defensive coordinator job. Adam Schefter tweeting this. Former Broncos head coach Vic Fangio is scheduled to interview today for the Miami Dolphins defensive coordinator job, per source. You cannot let Vic Fangio leave the building. Stephen Ross, lock the doors. Show him the great view of the Miami palm trees. Take him out on your boat. Whatever you have to do to get this done. Do not let Vic Fangio leave the building. It could be a Zoom interview if that's the case. Don't let him leave the Zoom room. Do whatever it takes to get this deal done. Make Vic Fangio the next defensive coordinator of the Miami Dolphins. And I want to see y'all down in the comment section spamming hashtag Fangio to Miami. John Ruiz, I know you're going to be down there typing that 100 times. Go down in the comments, hashtag Fangio to Miami. Let's make it happen. And he has so much experience as a defensive coordinator in this league, 19 years to be exact, first with the Panthers, then with the Colts, then with the Texans, then with the Niners, then with the Bears, was also the defensive play caller with the Broncos when he was the head coach there, spent this season as a consultant with the Philadelphia Eagles, who, of course, are in the NFC Championship game. Again, 19 years as a defensive coordinator, and I really think that's what the Dolphins need. Now, there's an impressive list of candidates, some up-and-coming guys, but I think with what the Dolphins did this past year on defense, they really have to get someone in the building that is experienced as a defensive play caller in this league to fix this Dolphins defense. Taking a look at what Fangio has done as a defensive play caller in the last 11 years. The Niners, when he took over there, 2011 and 2012, they were the second best scoring defense in the league. His third season there in San Fran, they were third. His fourth season, they were still a top 10 defense. He goes to Chicago, and he inherited a Bears defense that was not very good, and that showed his first two seasons. But he completely turned around that Chicago Bears defense, top 10 scoring defense in 17, best scoring defense in the league in 2018. That got him the Denver Broncos head coaching job, where he was still the defensive play caller in Denver. 12th in 2019, 20th in 2020, third best scoring defense in the league in 2021. Jason Sarney, who covers the Fins, says this during Vic Fangio's last two roles, the last being head coach of the Denver Broncos and prior the DC to the Chicago Bears. His units were ranked an average of 8th in the NFL in fewest defensive penalties over the last 8 seasons. 8 seasons, the Dolphins averaged 24th in the National Football League in fewest defensive penalties. And we saw that this year. This was an undisciplined defense at times. Vic Fangio, I think, would turn things around in Miami when you're talking about the defensive side of the football, a unit that really underachieved this year for the Miami Dolphins. All my life, I've been underachieving with nutrition, but that's not the case anymore because I have started AG1. I take AG1 every day. Shout out to them for sponsoring today's show. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 every morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. And, you know, I came into this year wanting to get healthier. Starting my year on AG1 has helped me do just that. I take it every morning. I feel happier, healthier, and more energized. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be any easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. Done. I also like it because it costs less than $3 a day. Pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. It's a win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. I started AG1 at the start of this year. It was really a New Year's resolution for me to come into this year, be more healthy. I've given up soda, and instead of having, maybe one Dr. Pepper a day, I have AG1 every day, and I feel so much better. My digestion also is a lot better. athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Go and take advantage of that great deal. athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Going back to Fangio, The Athletic said this in an interview with ESPN. Prior to the 2019 season, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and Matt LaFleur were all asked which coach's defense is the most difficult to read and attack. All three highly successful play callers answered Vic Fangio. What makes Fangio's defense the best response to modern offenses? It's too high, too deep safeties, structure limits, explosive plays, which Josh Boyer gave up plenty of those this year, and forces offenses to stay patient and throw short. The front mechanics allow the defense to slow down the run with light boxes and commit more resources to coverage. This would be a game-changing hire for the Miami Dolphins. You're bringing in one of the best defensive minds in football history. Is that a hot take? One of the best defensive minds in the history of this sport. You would be bringing into Miami. You want to talk about an upgrade? Going from Josh Boyer to Vic Fangio would be going from a Prius to a Porsche. Get this done, Dolphins. This needs to happen. Josina Anderson, no disrespect to people who drive Priuses, but you get my point. Josina Anderson saying this: Vic Fangio is a lead candidate. The interview will be more than that. Expected to discuss terms and conditions as well. Isn't that interesting? Expected to discuss terms and conditions. Mike McDaniel has a strong affinity for him, per league source. Again, we'll see what Fangio's response is. And this could signal that a deal could happen, that Miami wants to get this done. Keep in mind, Josina Anderson was the first to report Miami's interest in Fangio, and we have discovered that is a very real interest in the former Chicago Bears and, I should say, the former Chicago Bears DC and Denver Broncos head coach. They have brought him in today for an interview. Now Josina Anderson is saying that terms and conditions of a possible contract might be discussed, could signal that the Dolphins want to get this done. Now, would hiring Vic Fangio make the Fins Super Bowl contenders? Why for yes, in for no, down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Would Fangio make the Dolphins Super Bowl contenders? I'm typing why for yes. I think this is what Miami needs, a defensive genius like Vic Fangio. Now, Sean Desai is also interviewing for the Dolphins defensive coordinator job today. It was the Bears defensive coordinator in 2021 before becoming the Seahawks associate head coach this past season. Taking a look at his file, he's 39 years old, one of the up-and-coming defensive minds in the league. Has been with Miami before with the Canes as their assistant director of football operations in 2011. Then was with the Bears for 9 years as an assistant coach before being promoted to DC in 2021. He was let go because they brought a new coaching staff in. That's typically what happens. And then he found a home in Seattle as their associate head coach and defensive assistant in 2022. Obviously, we all want Fangio, but Desai would also be a solid hire. Desai was the front runner for the Browns DC job before they got Jim Schwartz. He's also getting some interest from the Minnesota Vikings. So much like Fangio, he's going to interview with multiple teams. This would be a really solid hire. He is a Fangio disciple, coached under Fangio when Fangio was the DC in Chicago. Ian Rappaport filling us in on another candidate in Miami. Some good candidates here for the Fins. Another one, Saints co-defensive coordinator and DB's coach Kris Richard got a request and is expected to interview for the Dolphins DC job, source said. So let's break down who the candidates are, the confirmed interviews. Vic Fangio is interviewing today. So is Sean Desai. Kris Richard's interview will be tomorrow, according to Josina Anderson. And then Anthony Campanelli, the Dolphins linebackers coach, will also interview. Not sure when that interview will be. And I know some of y'all are like, why are we interviewing our linebackers coach? It would be bad business not to hire, not to interview an internal candidate that is interested in the position. Now, I thought Sam Madison was going to be the internal candidate that got some buzz. I'll say this, whoever does get hired as the defensive coordinator, you better keep Sam Madison on staff. The job that he did with Kader Kohou this year should not go unnoticed. Now, who do you want the Dolphins to hire as their next defensive coordinator? Go down in the comment section. Let me know. Is it Fangio? Is it Desai? Is it Richard? A lot of y'all saying Lovie Smith as well, but we have not heard Lovie's name linked to this job yet. But go down in the comment section. Let me know. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because when the Dolphins make a hire, we will let you know. If it's Fangio, we might have to go live.